It started with a scream, a deep, panicked cry from the shelter yard that sent 2 volunteers running. One had seen the blur of black and tan fur flash past the chain-link fencing. Ears back, eyes wide, jaws foaming. Another kennel destroyed. Another cage bent by sheer force. And in the center of it all, Rex. The dog no one could get near. Animal control had brought him in 2 weeks earlier, found wandering alone on the outskirts of a burned-down home. Ash still clung to his coat, a half-melted chain around his neck. He growled at anyone who tried to approach. Bit a trainer the first day. Broke through a gate the next. Since then, everyone at Havenwood Shelter had been warned, do not enter his kennel. He's unpredictable. Dangerous. But the look in Rex's eyes that morning wasn't wild. It wasn't even angry. It was broken. Maya, one of the new volunteers, stood frozen behind the fence as staff scrambled to tranquilize him. The dart hit. Rex staggered, panting heavily, and collapsed in the corner. His body trembled long after his eyes shut. It was the 4th time they'd sedated him in 10 days. Inside the staff room, voices rose in frustration. He's not adoptable. We can't keep doing this. We've tried everything. But Maya couldn't stop thinking about the way Rex had looked around before collapsing, like he was searching for something. Or someone. That night, when the shelter was empty, Maya returned. She didn't speak. Just sat cross-legged outside his enclosure. The sedative had worn off. Rex watched her from the shadows. A low growl rumbled in his throat. But she didn't flinch. She slid a peanut butter jar near the bars and whispered, "I don't think you're mean. I think you're scared." The next morning, the jar was licked clean. It didn't change overnight. Rex still snapped when touched. Tore up blankets. Shredded toys. Refused to eat unless food was left and the room cleared. But something strange happened. When Maya came in, quiet, calm, never reaching out, he didn't growl. He just watched. Day after day, she sat there, reading books aloud. Humming. Once, he crept close enough to sniff her shoes. Then one morning, Maya brought her daughter, Lily. A soft-spoken 7-year-old with curly hair and a heart far bigger than her frame. "I want to help," Lily said. Before anyone could protest, Lily walked to Rex's kennel, crouched down, and whispered, "Hi. I had a dog like you once. He got hurt too. But he got better." Staff held their breath as Rex moved forward, slow, cautious. Lily didn't flinch. Just pulled a crumpled drawing from her pocket, a sketch of a dog with a heart above its head. She slid it under the bars. "This is for you." Rex stared. His nose twitched. Then he lay down. Quiet. Still. For the first time since he arrived, he rested. The drawing stayed. No one dared move it. Not even the janitor. Somehow, that wrinkled piece of paper meant something to Rex. Every morning, he lay beside it. Nose touching the edge, as if guarding proof that he wasn't alone. No one could explain it. Not the trainers. Not the shelter manager. But everyone saw it, a transformation that defied logic. One little girl had done in 5 minutes what professionals couldn't do in weeks. A week later, Lily came again. This time with a soft, pink plush dog toy. Her favorite. Maya hesitated. He might destroy it. "That's okay," Lily smiled. "It's for him to feel better." Maya tossed it inside. Rex stiffened. Walked over. Sniffed. Then, gently, picked it up and carried it to the corner. He didn't tear it apart. He lay beside it like it was the most precious thing in the world. Soon Lily was allowed inside the enclosure, under supervision. 5 minutes. Then 10. She brushed his fur with slow, careful strokes. Rex didn't flinch. He leaned into her hand, like he'd forgotten what kindness felt like. Maya tried once. Rex growled, not viciously, but enough to back away. He had made his choice. Whatever heart he had left, it belonged to Lily. That same week, the shelter director got a call. Rex's microchip had led to an elderly man named Mr. Holbrook, 3 towns over. He said Rex was his dog, stolen after a break-in a year ago. He'd searched, filed reports, put up flyers, but lost hope. The fire, the chain, the trauma, It all made sense now. The meeting was set for Friday. But something felt off. Maya couldn't sleep. Neither could Lily. What if he doesn't want to go? Lily whispered. Friday came. Mr. Holbrook arrived with a cane and a faded photograph. Rex, younger, sitting beside him on a porch. When Rex saw him, something shifted. He stood slowly, toy in his mouth. Alert, but not afraid. The man knelt, placed the photo on the ground. Do you remember this, boy? He asked. You used to sleep beside me every night for 8 years. Rex sniffed, took a step, then another, sat down in front of the gate, watching. Holbrook reached into his coat and pulled out a worn leather collar. Held it up. You saved my life once. Remember? When I fell in the yard. You barked until the neighbors called for help. I never forgot. Rex whimpered, a confused, buried sound. He paced. Torn. With Lily, he softened. With Holbrook, he seemed cautious. Like a soldier trying to remember what war he came from. Then he walked to the gate, lay down, body close. But eyes still on the old man. Holbrook slid the collar through the bars. You can come home if you want. But only if you're ready. Rex stood, turned, walked back to the corner, picked up Lily's drawing, set it beside the plush toy, then lay down with a sigh. Holbrook didn't cry, just nodded. I guess you've already found your new home. No one spoke. Maya approached and touched the man's shoulder. He loves you. But this little girl, she healed something in him none of us could. Holbrook smiled. Then she deserves him. Outside, Lily waited quietly. When Rex finally trotted out, tail low but calm, he didn't look back. He walked straight to her, sat, and pressed his head into her hand. No words. But the message was clear. This was his home now. Word of Rex's transformation spread. People were stunned. The dog labeled dangerous now sat gently beside a little girl, nudging her shoelaces and following every step like a shadow. Visitors came, expecting a miracle or a mistake. What they saw was something else, something real. Lily and Rex became inseparable. She'd arrive after school, backpack bouncing, calling his name. Rex perked up before anyone else even noticed. With her, the battle-hardened dog melted into something soft. A friend. Lily never demanded tricks or affection. She just sat and talked, about her dad who worked far away, her mom who smiled even when tired, teachers who didn't understand why she didn't talk much in class. And Rex. He listened. Really listened. One day, when her hands trembled trying to open a snack, Rex nudged the wrapper loose. Not a trick. He just knew. Then came the turning point. It was Saturday. Gray skies. Lily hadn't come the day before. By noon, Rex was restless. Pacing. Pawing the window. Something was wrong. Then the call came. Lily hadn't come home from the library. Maya's heart dropped. She glanced at Rex, who stood still, ears up, eyes locked on her. Without a word, she clipped his leash. Let's find her. They ran. Rex pulled with purpose, nose to the wind, cutting through alleys, streets, blocks. Then he stopped, outside an old bookstore courtyard. Barked. Scratched the gate. Maya pushed it open. There she was. Curled under an overhang, knees to chest. Lips split. Eyes swollen. Rex didn't bark. Just walked over, sat beside her, and laid his head on her shoulder. Lily broke into sobs. Maya dropped to her knees, wrapped her arms around them both. They stayed that way until sirens came. Until Lily's mother arrived. Until the world caught up. Rex had found her. He didn't leave her side. At the hospital, he lay just outside the room. Still, guarding a piece of his own heart. When Lily was discharged, hoodie wrapped around her, she reached for him. Rex stepped close. She buried her face into his fur. He leaned in, careful, gentle. No words. Just a silent promise. News spread. Headlines called him a hero. Aggressive rescue dog saves missing girl. People came with flowers, treats, tears. But Rex didn't notice. His eyes still searched for Lily. and when she arrived, they softened. Every time. She healed him, and he would spend the rest of his life returning the favor.